Check. Patience, everybody. I'm on it. Fucking A. That was a hard one. I had to run 10 minutes ago to do a little something, and I thought it was going to take me a minute. It took me like 10 minutes. So I ran a little bit behind. But we are here, we are live, and we are now. So I think we are live. First of all, people on Discord universe, can you hear me? Anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes. And can you see me and the froggies?
Yeah, I thought my headphones had packed up for a minute there.
All right. Well, we are here. I didn't even have time to get my little Bluetooth headphones. It's good. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. If you're watching this live or recorded, please boom that thumbs up under this video. If you enjoy what goes down in this channel, share the show on social medias and join us on the Discord server Daily Boom. This is where the festivities take place. I want to thank everybody for everybody's support in the past few weeks, days, years, for being loyal supporters of the channel, for coming in, showing up just for the festivities. I thanks everybody for that. And big shout out to you guys. You always keeping an eye on when the show is live over here on YouTube, and we got a little convo going in Discord. First shout outs to the YouTube chat box. We got Cuso, boom, 25 de julio, Día de la Constitución de Puerto Rico. Hoy cumple 70 años la Constitución de Puerto Rico. 25th of July, the day of the Constitution of Puerto Rico. Today is the 70th anniversary of Puerto Rican Constitution. Shout out to Puerto Rico. I have forgotten those local, those local historical holidays in Puerto Rico. So shout out to all those Puerto Ricans watching. Citizen 9, Martin, Farmer's Boy, Dawn to Dusk, Real Cygnus, and Fred Bailey. They are on YouTube land. And over here in Discord, we have Brian Mabbett, Discord user, Farmer's Boy, and Nestle Wipes. Did I forget to tell you to give me money? Yeah, I say like the video, I say share the show, and the third is a give me money. There's a PayPal link, and there's also a super chat where everybody can hit me up. We are on. What do you guys have? The floor is yours. Top of the show. I'll shut up. I did my chilling. Oh, shout out to the frogs. Whee! There you go.
That's better. We needed that.
It is hot. Oh, did I show you? The temperature is over 100 degrees over here.
Oh, that's too much.
I mean, like in the sun. It says 91 Fahrenheit in the weather channel thingy. My ass. Because I took a picture of the thermometer thingy, and it tells you, it gives you the reality of it. I'm just sharing it from my phone to the Discord so you guys can. I got one of those little old school barometers, and it's got the little clock thingy for humidity. It got another one for barometric and the temperature. That one right there. So it was like 110 degrees, a little less, 105, I say. Humidity 50, somewhere around there. Barometric pressure. I don't know how to read that, man. And it does work because the two needles change. He got a little gold needle pointing at 970. No, like nine.
The barometer, does one of the needles move when you turn that knob?
Yes, the red one.
Yeah, that's you're supposed to set that on where it is now and then observe whether it rises or falls.
Yeah, I did that because I had it in 32 the day before yesterday, and now it's in 33 ish, and a little bit more.
Yeah, generally you're looking for pressure changes over a shorter time frame than that. But
Mm.
you also there should be a way to calibrate that too. If you listen to what the weather tells you, or you go online and see what the barometric pressure is, there should be a way to calibrate that too.
I tried. I look for that information because I said like, how does this work? And I read a little bit. Give me a slight idea about the millibars and
Yeah.
what does this does in the two when you got two little
Yeah,
arrows pointing at different numbers and shit. But eh,
the basic about barometric pressure is you want to look whether it's rising or falling. Falling generally means you got bad weather coming ahead, and rising means you got good weather. That's the basics.
Which is why when you see on a barometer there, if you look over on the left-hand side, which is the lower pressure, it says rain.
yeah,
And then where you've got it now, it says fair. Generally, if you've got a higher pressure, the weather's better. And if you've got a low front coming in and the pressure's dropping, that generally means there's rain behind it.
Well, it also
Right.
looks like it goes down to 28. And now you might need that in Florida if a hurricane comes by, but other than that, probably not.
Yeah.
That's really low.
But I like to see the temperature changes. It depends. Right now, I had it because I put it up outside this porch because I get a fan and it's like it feels a lot cooler because there's air circulating. But in the normal temperature outside this porch, and it's not on the sun, just under the roof, but just normal, it was like almost hitting 110. Then I
It's
put
only
it back in here and took the picture for this.
It's only 50% humidity there in Florida. That's like low.
Right now, yeah, I guess it was actually it was raining the past few days. Yesterday it rained a little bit, but the day before yesterday it was like all day long. It's been it was yesterday it was like between 70 and 80, so like 75 humidity. That's what he pointed at. Oh.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've got higher humidity than you have. I've got 58.
Ha! How about that? Yeah, this is just close to 55 right now. Between 50 and 60 right there.
Let's see what's it.
But then again, I haven't got temperatures quite as high as that. I think we're mid-60s Fahrenheit at the moment, something like that.
Right? Let me share that.
Have you ever been there, farmers?
Been where?
Florida.
No.
It's fucking weird, man. They have raindrops. Raindrops that are like 2 inches when they hit the pavement. And then within a minute, fucking whole place is dried back up again. It's really weird weather.
Well, it's definitely not English weather. Definitely not Scotland weather for damn sure.
A few days ago we had a little bit of hail also. It was small hail. It's like click click click. I heard the weird sound. I said, dude, that rain is hitting hard. And then I saw the little pieces of hail bringing out. I said like, oh shit. Gotta look around the skies and around the windows if I see that freaking tornado coming close, which I'm not gonna be able to do anything escape it, but at least I'll brace myself, try to pass it. Yeah, when we got hail, like a lot of lightnings all of the sudden, like just lightning, and the sky rumbling, and then the hail. That's tornado weather, big time, And we got that weather all the time here. Just happy that it hasn't hit us like this neighborhood right here.
Well, the other thing different, since England's so far north, the atmosphere is compressed, so the tops of the thunderstorms are only like 18,000 feet, whereas in Florida they can soar up over 60,000 feet.
Yes, don't forget just how far north we are compared to you.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, especially Florida. He's like at what was the latitude of Tampa? I want to say it's like 30 something, 28, 29.
Where am I? I'm 50.
27. He's at 28, 27.95.
Yeah,
north
I'm
of Tampa.
at 52.
Yeah, you're 52, so you're way up there.
Latitude. This is the latitude in Largo, Florida. 27, yeah, 0.9.
Yeah. Which is why they launch rockets out of Florida and not England.
Yep.
Which is why the French launch rockets out of Guyana and not out of France.
Yep.
All right, let me see what this picture
which is
is.
why
Let
they
me
put
see.
the Webb satellite didn't launch out of Florida; it launched out of Guyana.
Living in and moving to Largo, Florida. I don't know where this come from, but yeah, look about right, kind of, the area we live in. I think this is Clearwater downtown. Looks like the Clearwater. So I live a little like going west from this point, west south, but about 5 or 10 minutes, so it's not too far. This is like the neighborhood there, close to Clearwater Beach, man. So if I where I live, if I drive west, I hit the beach area over here in Largo, and then I go north just a little bit, drive about 5 minutes, and I reach this area right here on the Clearwater Beach. It's nice.
You know.
Easy, Tiger.
Since my parents moved to Florida, I find myself watching the National Hurricane site a lot more than I used to.
Really, checking on the weather over here.
They live south of you. They live down there, but not too far.
But not as south as Miami. I think Miami is weird. I wouldn't live in down there in like Miami. I wouldn't. I don't like it.
You want to live in northern Cuba?
Yeah, it's something like that. That's the way it will feel.
It's better than South Alabama, Jacksonville.
Yeah, like way up north is also a little bit weird. Yeah, I went once. I went once to Jacksonville. I mean, I passed by few times that I had traveled, but one time I went over there to visit my nephew. I always spend the night over there, and it's just I don't know, a little bit too ghetto for me, for my taste.
Oh, when they had the Super Bowl there that one year, like listening to like the sports reporters, like the hotels they were staying at were like crack houses and just crack motels and stuff like that. It was hysterical.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta run and grab a drink from my cooler. I'll be back in 30 seconds. The floor is yours, guys.
That's
But
very nice.
we could discuss the greatest aircraft of World War II, which would be the P-47 Thunderbolt. Right, farmers?
No, 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 and no.
What's yours? The Hurricane?
Supermarine Spitfire.
No.
What
What's
is it?
yours, Farmer?
If I'm going with the heart, and it really wasn't in use for very long, it'd have to be the Messerschmitt 262. But if I'm going with my brain, it'll have to be the FW190 and all its derivations. But that's because I like German stuff. The 262 was the world's first operational jet fighter.
Right.
But it had a long list of problems with it.
Yeah.
As is to be expected when you're making something for the first time and you've got a certain lack of stuff, shall we say.
Scared the shit out of the B-17 guys when they came whizzing through at about 100 miles faster than they were used to.
That and the Comet rocket interceptor, they reckon it was that fast that certainly the dorsal turrets on the fighters couldn't traverse quick enough to keep up with them.
Well, the problem with the Comet was it glided back and then it was dead meat.
Yep.
If it didn't kill the pilot first.
But the 262 has a certain. I mean, it looks fast. Just sat on the ground, it looks fast. It's sleek.
It's a sharp-looking plane.
It looks like a shark with wings. I mean, it's a hell of a bit of kit.
Oh, there's still a lot of P-51s flying with clipped wings.
Yeah. Ultimately, I would probably say probably overall the best aircraft of World War II, the best fighter would be the P-51 Mustang. Yeah, I think you've got to go a long way to beat that.
The P-38 was good, but it was too complex and it didn't last long after the war.
Actually, my favorite is the Black Widow, the P-61.
That's nice. Yeah. The problem with fighter aircraft is as soon as you've got two engines, you've got increased weight, increased drag. That's why as a jet fighter, the 262 wasn't that successful. It wasn't until you got rid of the engine, one engine, and put the other engine inside the aircraft. You reduced the drag. Drag is a big factor when you're trying to do 500 or 600 miles an hour.
Well, they
Plus-
tried that with the 262, but the engine blew up too often. It was
Well-
too big for the fuselage too, and one of them
Yeah.
didn't have enough thrust.
The 262 engines only lasted about 7 or 8 hours total.
Yeah, they were cutting edge at the time. British actually had a jet engine before the Germans. They just couldn't get it to work.
Correct.
I got a question. Those who got the Discord open, do you see something? Do you see this?
Weather gauges.
No. The Discord, the voice,
Thumbs up,
where you
yes.
see the icon. Okay, you do. If you click on the voice chat again, where it show you the icons, you should see they added this. They added that thing. Oh, we got a Ric Flair going woo. Okay, so you can. Okay,
What are we supposed to see?
Oh,
you don't see it?
all the faces jumping up,
Yeah, the little faces, emojis like flying around.
like an emoji fountain. You have to watch his
Yeah.
You have to watch his video.
Emojis fountain.
Farmers, which was the one that had the 2 Spitfire fuses?
Oh, what?
It had 2 Spitfire fuselages.
No, they never made a twin Spitfire. They made a twin Mustang.
Twin Mustang, I know they made.
Yeah, and the Germans made an awful lot of twins. They bolted all sorts of planes together, but I'm fairly certain they never bolted 2 Spits together. I don't remember seeing one.
These planes we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, you left and you said we're on our own, so we brought
Okay.
up this.
No, that's
To make
these
you-
planes. I thought it was cars because cars are no. But
No.
planes is okay.
No. We're not talking about cars. That's boring.
Yeah.
No,
Planes.
I'm 99.99% certain, Brian. They never did a twin Spit.
Which was the plane that bombed that prison camp and got them out?
That's a Mosquito.
Mosquito, that was it, yeah.
That was the Wooden Wonder. Now that had 2 Merlin engines, which is the same as the Spit and the Hurricane. Yeah, that was a plane they made out of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't 2 Spitfire fuselages then, no?
No. It was a totally bespoke design, but it was a 2-seater, had a bomb bay, lots of cannons and machine guns up the front in the right version. But yeah, the big thing was it was made out of wood and therefore it was incredibly fast.
Wood plane, is it safe?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's made
Yeah,
of-
One of the best aircraft the RAF had during World War II. To be honest, it could do just about everything. It could be a fighter, a night fighter, a bomber. They put a 57mm cannon in it for shooting up U-boats. It dropped the first version of the bouncing bomb called Highball that was spherical, was designed for knocking out ships. You could use it for just about everything.
This is what I imagine when I imagine a wood plane, like keeping on stuck in.
Let's
No,
find a
yeah,
pretty
they're a
picture.
little higher tech than that.
Okay.
You got the whole Spruce Goose was the largest plane made out of wood. That flew for a
Cutting
little
edge.
bit.
Wasn't there the de Havilland Tiger Moth? I think there's like the plane that caused the most damage in World War II as a bomber. Did I get that right?
No, because the Tiger Moth's a little biplane trainer.
I don't know how you want to measure destruction by bombers, but you gotta go with one of the Americans, either the B-17 for just total numbers, or the B-29 for the nukes.
I mean, the RAF in the end had 2. They had the Lancaster and the Halifax. Early doors, they had the Sterling, but that really wasn't very effective. That didn't have that couldn't get very high.
I think the B-24 actually dropped more ordnance than the B-17s.
Probably.
Might well have done. They used them more in the Pacific than over here in the European campaign, I think. I mean, they
Yeah,
used them
hated
both,
the
by the way.
B-24. Guys hated the B-24 because it was going to kill them.
So which one is this? Who's got the knowledge? The one I'm sharing right now.
The one doing the shooting is a Spitfire, and I can't quite make out. Can't quite see what you're shooting down. I mean, presumably it's German, because why would a Spitfire shoot down one of its own? It's a job to tell. I can't see enough of the nose to see whether it's a 109 or a 190. One or the other. Can't see enough detail. I think it's an FW. It's a Focke-Wulf 190, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know either.
It looks like a bit of a CGI.
How about this
Yeah,
one?
I think
Look
that's-
legit. Sorry, guys.
That's a B-29.
Yeah, they're B-29s. They were used in the Pacific. We didn't use them over here in Europe.
Didn't need to.
No, but they were designed for crossing hundreds, if not thousands, of miles of Pacific Ocean to hit the Japanese.
How did those planes fly if the Earth was a globe, man?
They dip their nose every 8 miles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Agreed. They've got to follow the curvature, haven't they? Otherwise, they just fly off into space. Oh, there you go. It should be good. I think this one
I always
just
like this guy.
shakes itself apart, doesn't it?
It's
kind of
good
wish
to
it this
go.
guy.
You want it to work so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I
but
really want this one to work.
Good
Whenever I see
technology.
this one, I want it to work.
That would be so cool, man. Actually, it does. If you just squint your eyes a little bit, it looks a lot like the futuristic Dune. Like, you know.
Oh, yes, the ornithopters with the flappy wings. Yeah.
Yeah, with the flappy wing.
They are pretty cool, though, aren't they?
And they start like this, right? Slow, and then they go and they
Yeah,
fly.
yeah. They just start buzzing away and off they go.
Actually, some ornithopters that actually work, but you need like really lightweight stuff, and
Yeah.
there's no way this guy would work with this engine he's got. Look at this thing.
The only way that's getting airborne is if it just bounces higher.
It just bounces higher.
Oh, dear.
It's cool, man. Very cool.
It used to make me laugh when they just strap wings to their arms and think they could flap hard enough that they would take off. That's hot shots. Dunk. What a brilliant film. I must go back and watch that again. Both of them.
I watched the second one recently, about a month ago.
And that keeps coming up with it with more deaths and Predator, more deaths and you know.
Yeah.
And then he
Silly, but it's one of my guilty pleasures. Like, I got it on the hand, you know, like I just put something in. If I know I'm gonna be inside cooking or something and just taking a pic, I just kind of put in the background. Guilty pleasures, man.
And
That was a Top Gun satire, right?
yeah. Hot Shots 1 was
and
taking the piss
Rambo.
out of Top Gun. And then
Yeah.
the second one took the piss out of mainly the Rambo films and
Yeah,
that sort of
mainly.
thing, and Commando and
Best line in there is, "You crashed a $30 million jet. Yeah, but I'm paying for it. They're taking $10 a month.
yeah.
I like that. They
Guys,
That's how the military works. Like, you lost a tent. Okay, so we're gonna just take out so much a month from you."
the same actor from Rambo. He did the same, you know, the same character as Rambo in Hot Shots too. The old
Yeah.
guy, you know,
it's like
commander.
those guys. It's like those guys that crashed the B-2. I mean, it's like a $500 million jet or whatever the
Yeah.
hell it is.
See, that should be at the end of every war movie, is these guys waiting in line just to sign for all the gear they trashed and have to pay for. Like the real military does. You killed a tank, you shot up this, we need all your paperwork for this.
Oh, what was his Tug Benson? That was it. In the first film, he said, every single part of him's been replaced because he's been injured somewhere or t'other, you know. And he puts a handkerchief in his ears and tugs it from one side to the other. He says, we take these for the noise and they're ear defenders. So he washes them down with some water. Just brilliant films. They're up there with the airplane films, I think.
Yeah, man.
Hospital? What is it?
Big building with patients in. That's not important right now. Must remember to download those films, add it to the collection. But that's a proper plane in the background. That's what the Red Arrows used to use.
Good flat Earth day, everyone.
Is it? Not here, eh?
Mr. Robert Brown says. Mr. Robert Brown says hello.
Well, I don't know what planet he's on, but the one I'm on isn't flat.
That's cruel to show this and enjoy
It's
it.
funny though.
I'm not enjoying it, but it's funny.
Yeah,
You-
farmers. I was actually thinking about the fiery swordfish.
The fairy swordfish, otherwise known as a
Yeah.
string bag. Yes.
Yeah, it sank more ships than any other plane apparently than World War II.
Yeah, I can believe so. It sank quite a few. Yeah, didn't they attack the Italian fleet with them or something? Yeah, and they kept trying to replace it and didn't make a very good job of it.
Is that the one that did the Bismarck?
Swordfish? Yeah, it would have been.
Like obsolete. The only reason it was so slow that they couldn't track it on the radar. Or the,
Oh, we got a super chat by Leo. $5. Thank you very much, Leo, for the fiver. Is this live? Because farmers is soon boring.
Soon
Shout out to
boring.
Leo. Oh, because farmers is soon boring. Well,
Oh, well,
you think so?
I don't. I saw that, Sean Smith. Yes, apparently there was a woman fishing, and a swordfish leapt out of the water and managed to stab her somewhere in the groin, which sounds bloody awful. Yeah, I saw that the other day.
How many deaths by swordfish?
I don't know.
Because I know there's a lot of deaths by like rhinos and sharks. I think rhinos is one of the biggest, right? But the
yeah,
swordfish.
hippos. Hippos.
Look, this is death.
Oh yeah, hippos. Yeah.
that's that's a way to do it by a swordfish.
Yeah, hippos are the ones that get most people because they like the same places people like to live, right near the river. And
What's going on around here, man? How did this happen, Farmer's Boy? See logically plausible.
Gravity.
It's gravity. This
Gravity.
is science. This science right here.
Well, sort of. No, well, I don't know. I think the chances of that happening in real life are pretty slim.
I am having a blast. Not by name, man. Not by name. Woo! That's a tricky one. Oh, there's a lady cleaning in there, but I don't. She had she had 2 cars. Yeah, she probably maybe around the corner in Arby's. Right. Sorry, guys. I thought I had muted myself. Damn it.
No, you hadn't.
Hot mic. Mute me. If something like that happened and I'm away and I'm just making background noise, not paying attention, just mute my ass.
Okay.
Like server mute me.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna actually mute now just in case while I'm not speaking.
Oh dear. No, obviously I'll have to shut up because I'm too boring. You know.
Lubo in China say that the most deaths are actually caused by dogs, but they don't count because they're domesticated animals. Domestic animals.
Cows too.
By fart?
No,
No,
just by stampeding and knocking you over. They're big.
Yeah, by being big and dumb.
They're big and heavy.
Yeah, but I think mosquitoes are number one out of
Oh,
all
that's
the
true.
creatures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not directly, but indirectly, yes.
Certain cows aren't doing their job around here. Only someone here worked with cows on a regular basis.
You know, there might just be somebody like that.
And actually, I think it's Chihuahuas have the most registered dog bites.
Yeah, Chihuahuas and Pomeranians.
They do, the little assholes, you know. It's not a lot of deaths. It's not deaths for
Yeah, no, but
or
yeah.
whatever, but they actually bite, you know. Like they bite even their owners. But everyone.
Yeah, Pomeranians are just angry dogs, man. I can't stand them.
Shout out to Leal, another $5 super chat. This time, Leal says, if P, Gary, is here, then Q, the Earth is a sphere. And no one can do anything about it. So if P, then Q, P means Gary, and Q means the Earth is a sphere. So there you go, Earth is a sphere because Gary is here. Thank you, Leal. Makes sense?
Makes as much sense as anything else. Yeah, fair enough. But the Earth is a sphere anyway.
If Gary weren't here, Earth still is a sphere.
Yep.
Did I rhyme that? Wow.
You're a poet. Now you know it.
Oh, shit. He did it.
His feet sure do show it. They're long fellows.
It's being brought to our attention that Gary Y. Benger admitted that bottom-up obstruction is globe evidence.
Thank you, Mr. Khalik.
Yep. Thank you for that news update there. Thank you.
Yeah. What's the latest? Did they have them posted stuff? I know that Flasso has been going crazy posting links and stuff, but I don't know exactly.
Oh, he's
haven't
he's so desperate for attention, that one is.
I think he's posting videos, but I haven't seen the videos he posted.
I think the very finest moment within the last few days has got to be the utter evisceration of Bev.
Oh, yeah?
By a chap called I Can Science That. He had a one-on-one debate with Bev, and yeah, it was messy. It was very messy, and basically ended by calling Bev a liar because that's what he is. That was quite fun to watch.
I watched a little bit, but I think the most obvious tactic that they use, the ones, the globe deniers and science deniers, the obvious tactic is to avoid answering direct questions. It's so obvious, so palpable, so then, you know, I can throw a line. I call dishonesty when one person does not want to answer a direct question. At least answer the question. If you say like that question makes no sense, I want to answer a different question, or but not just ignore the question and give a different answer just because you want to. Not answer the question with another question, not just change topics, which is what Bev does every single time. He doesn't know how to answer the question directly unless it's a question by his own peers and related to exactly what he talks about. If you're asking a question, is Bev, is level horizontal? He's going to answer you yes, obviously, because geometry improved. But if you ask him a different question. Is horizontal flat? He's not going to answer that question.
No. I can science that. Certainly getting towards the end, asked him several fairly clear-cut and straightforward questions, and most of the time he just ignored them and answered a different question or just made a statement that was nothing to do with what had just been asked.
Of course, he have to do that.
Well, yeah.
Because if he answers honestly, that's it. His paradigm ends right then and there. I never heard Beth being honest on a conversation. Never heard him being honest. As for having a normal conversation, if somebody asks me, how old are you, Jose? Well, like you see the hair of my beard, well, it's white because when people, some people actually, the beard turns white when they're like younger. No, Jose, how old are you? All right. Let me ask you something. When the sun is out, is it always above 80 degrees or something? No, Jose, let me ask you a damn question. How old are you? All right. Let's talk about plants now. That's avoiding a question, an easy question. The fuck? Farmers, are you between 50 and 60?
So I quite like chocolate.
Thank you. Yeah.
I like fluffy kittens. I hope that answered your question.
Perfectly, like Bev will answer the question. Exactly. Dude, it's so ridiculous, man. It's so easy to answer questions. And ask me the age. How old are I, Farmers?
And how old are you, Jose?
You know what? You asking me how old I am? I'm not going to answer that because that have nothing to do with the conversation. And fuck it, let's move on. I'll answer something else. Ask me something else. That's an honest question. I don't have to give you an answer, but at least I'm telling you, I'm not going to answer that question. He doesn't do that.
Okay, here's one for you. I want you to answer this in the style of Bev. So channel your inner Bev. Here we go. So, Bev, you're not a flat earther, and you say you can prove the Earth is not flat. What shape is the Earth?
Geometry proves that water cannot curve. Water does not curve. There's a water test. There's a water test around over there. Geometry and proof.
That's actually more than I've ever got out of him in answering that question. So well done.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Yeah, it is. It wasn't the right answer, but I made him proud.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, mate. Not bad.
The answer is. The other thing is, is that what they say?
Well, he was also, when I can science that and pointed out that he's been told by umpteen people, literally thousands of times, why what he asserts is wrong and what the model actually states and what we observe, and he just pretended he'd never heard that before.
They do say that, huh?
And that surveyors would never say that you can't use the water level to form a horizontal plane. So he knows better than qualified surveyors.
There's also the other type of flat earther farmers. You say you like kittens. Well, kittens rhymes with mittens, and everybody knows that mittens go in your hand. And you have 5 fingers on your hand, and 5 is a special number in some mysterious, forgotten freaking culture, which is unlucky, and they just go to
no, because you see, I see where you're going with this, and you've got to take it to its logical conclusion. Is that the number 5 reveals Aristarchus?
Yeah, it's insane.
I know where you're getting that one from, because how many times have we heard that old shite?
All right, we got some money over here on PayPal by Pronon. Pronon says for a $5, Bev and people like him are always going to be dishonest and liars. Thank you very much, Pronon, for the $5, and you are 100% correct. Always dishonest and liars, people like Bev and crew.
You gotta lie to flirt and grift.
I support that message.
You're supposed to say, I am Jose JG, and I support that message.
Yeah. I am Jose JG, and I support that message. Lumo in China say one single most annoying question for flat Earth is why there is not a single map of Australia with diverging lines of longitude. Huh. Anybody illustrate that somewhere? Shout out to everybody on YouTube land. 44 people watching, 22 likes. We are like halfway there. It's very good. But we need a few more thumbs up. If you are watching this, please hit the like button, share the show, and support if you can. In the Discord server, we have Blue Marble Science showed up, a wild blue. Chike in the house, Discord user, Farmer's Boy, J Mac, Left Lane, Mr. Malort, Pronon, and Nestle Wives are here.
There you go. There's a map of Australia with the lines with longitude and latitude on it.
All right.
Now, if the Earth were flat and circular, as most of them seem to think, the lines of longitude would be radiating out from the North Pole, would they not? Which means as they pass over Australia, they would be diverging and spreading out.
Yes.
As they edge towards the ice wall and the rim, the edge of the Earth, whatever there is there, according to their belief. Unfortunately for them, that doesn't happen. They're not diverging as they head south. They're getting closer together. They're converging. Oops.
Yep. Hey, neighbor, you read that? All right, let me mute.
Okay.
Miking neighbor for a minute.
Well, that's what you get for sitting outside and doing the show. The world and his dog walks by.
Did you take reactive perspective into account?
Oh, damn. No, sorry, I didn't. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Because you just made that up, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Someone else made it up, or at least they mentioned it.
I've not seen reactive perspective, I have to admit, as a new one on me. But I wouldn't put it past them.
Someone asked me in Blue server, says, obviously you ignore the famous reactive perspective.
Yeah, obviously. I wonder why.
Well, because level is horizontal.
Really? Really?
Parallel lines cannot diverge. You know that, farmers.
I'm sorry. I know.
Yeah, we can prove it with Euclid.
Absolutely. Euclid Book A, Suppository 13.
Suppository is a very right. Oh dear, that brings tears to your eyes. Blimey. I'm sorry you want to put that way.
Makes more sense than what he says.
Well, yeah. Quite how you're supposed to prove the shape of the Earth using Euclidean geometry, I don't know.
You can prove spaghetti on a cell phone.
Actually, it's realizing Euclid by the shape of the Earth. That appears to be because level is horizontal. That's an axiom.
Where do I find horizontal in Euclid?
I don't know, but if you find it, let me know.
Well, where do I find level in Euclid?
The same, ditto.
Was that a new tactic of Bev calling it realizing Euclid?
First time I've heard it.
Didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think he made that one up specially for the discussion.
Yeah. It's quite interesting to see how and I say argument, you can hear what I'm doing with my fingers, his argument for proving the shape of the Earth using a water level has evolved over the course of the last couple of years. And we're now at the point where he's trying to conflate using a water level and the flat Earth and Euclidean geometry and trying to mash them all together.
I just came back. Why does this one look like this? Normal, more of a roundish, if you want to complete it. But this one look like super long.
It's because that one's not very accurate. Because it's not a map.
I bet the longitudes are accurate.
Yes, but it's about all that is.
The distances aren't.
Because that is, I believe, the Gleason, which isn't a map.
I'm talking about, Bev. I've just been on the motorway. I mean, passed by a BMW, registered Mr. to Bev. I wonder if it's the same.
Easy now.
Could the drive...
It's either Mr. 11 Bev or Mr. Whatever it is, Mr. I. Bev.
Did he have one of those weird little like fishing hats on that they tend to wear?
No.
Like, and could he barely see over the steering wheel?
It was a little bit faster than my Skoda. I think it was a black BMW.
I don't know.
Whoosh.
How they let me just ask Blue and giving a minute or two to, if you can, Blue. Good to see you here. Why do they love this map so much? I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing the new standard map of the world, the azimuthal equidistant Gleason map.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get that up.
Sharing my screen.
Love that.
You've actually got the proper one up as well with the hands on it.
Yeah, that one actually has the hands.
Why do they love this so much? Go ahead, I'll mute myself.
Well, it's the only thing I guess that they can come up with that's circular looking, but flat all at the same time. I suppose it gives them a convenient way to build an ice wall all the way around it. I don't know why they like it.
Lots of flat earth proponents and globe deniers, they promote this map as for, well, we just going to show you what the world might be, could be, and this is what the world might be. But they say, I don't promote this, but let me show you how the world looks. So let me show you this. That's a contradiction big time, huh? What's going on here?
Yeah, it is. And that's exactly what they do. We don't have a map, but if we had one, it would look like this.
Yeah.
But we don't have a map. But if we did, this is it. Well,
it's like double speak and contradiction in steroids.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Earth is not flat; it has terrain. Keep that in mind.
Oh, stop it. I mean, the big giveaway on this is what it says on the top left-hand side. Longitude and time calculator, which is why it's got hands.
Yep.
Like a clock. Because this thing is used for working out times in different time zones depending on where you are at the same time. That's, if you read the patent for it, that's what it explains. It is not a map. Maps don't have hands on them like a clock. Certainly the ones I've ever used don't have hands on them. But if you're trying to work out time zones and what time it is in another part of the world from where you are, this is just your thing.
Yeah, it does that perfectly, doesn't it?
Yep. Because that's what he designed it for. Although I can't actually remember the instructions because they are a bit sort of, okay, oh yeah, turn this here and put that there and da-da-da-da-da. But that's what it's for. It's not a bloody map.
Do you want to hear another solid contradiction and doublespeak by flat earthers?
Cool, yes, please.
Well, but the globers, the globies, they have had hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years to to have a working map that to have a map what they call the globe now. But remember, everybody thought back in the day that the Earth was flat. How about that for a double speak, dude?
Yeah.
I slightly disagree with that. Even if it's just the fact that it wasn't a question. You never got further than your next town. You know, it's the Earth wasn't flat or round or square or any other when you're only going 3 miles to the next village.
Yeah, it just was.
It wasn't a question.
Yeah.
But it's round.
Yeah, and those who did know were the ones who were travelling farther afield, like, I don't know, say sailors.
Right.
Once they started sticking to the coastline and were brave enough to go further afield. I mean, the Egyptians were a very good case in point. They thought the Earth was flat until they started sailing far enough away. You think, oh shit, hang on a minute, no, it's not.
Yeah, well, other than predicting time zones, this map, this thing is basically useless for any other purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, what would they have to say about this type of projections? Look at this one. Same, right? This one is nice.
Well, it's
Ooh, what sort is that?
That is Miami, Florida, 1945. Miami azimuthal equidistant projection.
you can do an azimuthal projection from any point on the Earth. It doesn't matter where. You can stick a pin in it any place and do this projection.
If you want to leave Florida, you go outside and the compass will be pointing, the north will be pointing to Florida. Always.
Not exactly.
The center of the universe. Florida is the center of the universe.
There's a north up there at the top, but
that's funny. Yeah, all kinds of projections, man.
yeah.
Which one, which one rocks your boat, I
Well,
asked them.
Jeez, Africa's massive.
yeah. Well, they're every one a failed attempt to some degree or the other at trying to project a sphere onto a flat surface.
Mm.
They all fail.
Right?
The only question is, how bad do they fail?
Yeah.
Indeed. Check this
Within
one out.
what-
This one is cool. Sorry, Blue, go ahead.
No, I want to hear this now. That's interesting.
Show you a little bit on depends how you put, a shape on a globe, then we will give you projection, the areas.
Sure. Now, the smaller the section you break it down into, the more accurate the flat thing becomes.
Indeed.
And certainly over a few hundred miles both directions, it really doesn't make that much difference. It's not totally accurate, but it's close enough.
There's I keep seeing this projection. Let me share it. This one is nice. I like this one, man. It's called the worm projection. Like one of those little tree worms that move really fast. It's pretty accurate, eh?
Yeah, there have been lots of those sorts of maps that have been devised over the years. And they tend to preserve the sizes of things relatively.
It looks like two butts to me.
What the hell, man? What is GISS? NASA GISS. I got a NASA GISS projection or projected, something like that. It's a little bit of distortion there. Quite.
It's the Goddard Institute for Space Studies.
Mm. Now I present you indoctrination. Flat earthers will think that this picture that is coming up is indoctrination. I call it education.
Yep, that's fair.
There's a couple of cool things. I always wanted to go to some kind of a museum or science place where they show something, where they got stuff like this, maps and stuff. It's really, this one is cool, man. If you be there, and then some kind of projector.
Yeah.
I don't know if a computer, you want to just maybe locate a place. Maybe this will rotate a little bit, it will show you, and then you get highlighted in the screen. I don't know how it works, but
science museums are cool places. I'm not sure I've actually been in one that had that sort of thing in it, but they are, they're cool places to visit.
That's quite big as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a full-size screen. Look at the back. It's the door at the back.
Yeah, it's quite a size.
Can we have anybody want to share the address for those flat Earth museums? Thank you.
IKEA.
Well, it's pretty flat. Yeah. Only for a while, only until you get them home.
This give me a great idea. Look, with this, we can to do projections, we can draw some kind of a face or something symmetric, and then you just project it with in different shapes, and it will give you kind of the reality what's going on. I don't know. Somebody with skills could do that in a globe, like draw the reality and then do it in a projection.
Is it anybody that's good at drawing here? Shout out for somebody who can draw.
Well, I can draw. I can draw, but not that.
It's cool. You guys hear the dogs howling?
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with our typical map that we see of the globe. That's why things like Greenland look so bloody huge, because they're heavily distorted. Things at the top and the bottom of the map are more distorted than things along the equator. So, places like Greenland look much, much bigger than they actually are. Because whenever you try and convert, a sphere into a 2D map, things get distorted. There's no avoiding it.
You gotta extend that O sound for the word distorted.
Oh, distorted.
Yes, thank you. That sounds about right. Shout out to Brian. We're here.
Glad I didn't have to roll the R, because that wouldn't work. Now, look at all different types of projection. They're all trying to do the same thing. They're all trying to project a sphere onto a 2D shape, a 2D layout.
That's all history now. We have Google Maps. Everything is globe. No need to worry about no projections.
What?
It's true.
Maybe instead of drawing a face on the globe and then try to do a projection of it with the drawing, how will the distortion be? Maybe somebody can do boobies, draw boobies, or put a picture, photograph of titties in it. Like perfectly shaped perky titties, and then you see how distorted they are in the projection. That makes sense.
Anybody notice anything wrong with the map behind this character?
There's a fucking massive cat in.
No, behind the fucking massive cat.
Look at the underneath South America. What is that little thing right there?
It's an excuse for a continent.
And where's Greenland? Look how huge the North Atlantic is because Greenland's not in it.
Who took Greenland?
I don't know.
Where'd it go?
But they're doing well because apparently that's chock full of mineral wealth. So somebody's made off with it and is now very rich. But that's going to bugger us up because that's seriously going to alter the current that's running up the North Atlantic. Bloody hell. We've had it. Yeah, and Antarctica looks a little, sad, really. I mean,
like a little poop. Like a poop from that cat.
One of the largest continents on the planet, and it's just like, it's poop.
At least they've got half of New Zealand.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Most of the Philippines have disappeared by the looks of it.
I don't like the Philippines.
Well, I mean, it's got to be better than any flat Earth map, right? I mean, that's completely wrong. Well, it's not even a flat Earth map.
Philippines is there, but they're pretty far from. What is it? Indonesia.
Yeah, they've I see the problem. Australia has seriously migrated.
Just a little bit down to the south, right? A little bit down.
Yeah, I mean, Australia it should be on about the same level as the lower chunk of South Africa and Madagascar, but I think continental drift has sort of been put in a different direction. And Australia's just like, fuck it, we're going this way.
Wait, really quick, was I correct? Because I am geography illiterate. How did I know that it's way too south to be in the location?
Well, it's a bit too far east more than anything else, isn't it? Rather than south.
There's now a huge gap between Australia has taken Papua New Guinea with it and said to Indonesia, sorry guys, we're off. We're heading south. But yes, well done, Jose, because it's too far south.
That damn cat's been moving stuff. That's what's happened. They did it.
It's been pushing it off the edge. That's what's happened.
Yeah, you're right.
Bloody cats. That's how I know mine are deficient, because they don't actually do that. Because they're not too old to jump up on anything to push it off.
What is going on here?
Right, yes, this is what I was saying with the Mercator projection map. The areas of land at the top and the bottom near the poles get distorted and they appear far larger than they actually are. So what it's showing you is it's shrinking them down to that actual size in relation to each other. So Greenland isn't this huge, massive island that's, at least equal in size to Africa. It's just not that big. But on the Mercator projection, because it's distorted, don't get me wrong, it's a fair lump of land, but it ain't that big.
Yeah, it shows Greenland the size of America. It's like, no.
No, and it's not.
Not even close.
And there is that website somewhere, and I'm sure I've got a shortcut to it, where you can pick a country, and then you can move it around, and it shrinks or grows depending on sort of, how close to the equator you are or how far away. You can actually take a country and drop it over another one and see how they actually compare.
And closer to home as well, farmers, doesn't it, with the UK, makes it look twice the size it actually is. Almost
Yeah,
bigger than France.
It's when you
isn't.
realise just how small the UK is. In fact, I'm sure there's
Mm.
some American states that are bigger than our bloody country.
Oh, yeah, I think most of them are.
No, well, no, there's a few. I don't think they all are,
Yeah,
but
most of
there
them,
are
yeah,
certainly.
Yeah,
There
no,
are
most
certainly.
of them, not all of them.
I mean, Florida's not too different in I think overall size to the UK. I remember now. Oh, I can't find the bloody website.
I'm starting to find a little bit of flat earthers maps. There you go. This is a segment of a flat earther. Get a lot of
There it is.
photos and doodles.
I found it.
Australia is even more down under than what we showed earlier. Shout out to all those people who think they're in Australia, but they're actually in a tiny segment in the South Chile. That's what we call Australia. Australia in South Chile.
South Chile.
All right, Hapax Legos share the mapping here. What is this? Areas of the U.S. as European countries of equal GDP and corresponding cities. That's too advanced for me. I don't understand.
So when they're showing you the size of these countries, it's not a representation of the size of the country's geography, it's the size of the GDP. In other words, putting it simply, it's economy.
Oh, okay.
That's how I read it anyway. Don't know if anybody else says I'm incorrect. I'd like to stand corrected.
Yeah, well, GDP, what's that? Gross domestic product, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, how well the economy's doing in that country and how much money they're making. That's what they're sort of.
It's about
comparing.
the size of the economy, not about the physical
Correct.
size.
Correct. Which is why Germany's so big, because they do well. Certainly, when they did this, anyway, I'm not entirely sure that's correct now. When they did this, Germany had a thriving economy, and to a certain degree, so did us. So did the UK.
So what they do is to get GDP, they add together everything that everybody spent, all the earnings that they had, the taxes and all the rest, to lump it all together, do some clever equations, and then they come up with GDP.
Yeah. I really don't care much about that type of sizes. I like about physicality, physical size.
Yeah.
Example. See?
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah. Sure, you like her
Physical
figures.
size comparison. It's a tiny man, or is that a big woman?
Be a bit of both.
Yeah,
both.
Bloody muscles on there, look. Blimey.
No.
Very healthy. Very healthy.
Yeah.
Unless she's sticking herself with what was it? What's the thing? Hormones, is it? I don't know. I can't remember.
A little bit too much.
Steroids. That's the word I'm trying to.
I prefer them a little softer to the touch. I have to admit, but
Oh, me too. But still, she's
a few curves, but no.
in shape. Yeah.
She's still a good-looking lass. I'll say that much.
Oh, beautiful! I got some money on PayPal. Dennis Wellborn hit me up in the PP. Thank you, thank you, Dennis Wellborn, for hitting me up with 666. Shout out to the Mark of the Beast. $6.66. Thank you. Appreciate it.
666. Yeah, it gives me an idea. Hang on.
Anyhow, this woman will crush you to death, farmers. She would. She'd kill you.
Yeah, but what way to go? Well, he got a smile on his face. Well, you know.
Is that Arwin? Is that Arwin and Arwin's big brother? Is Arwin's big brother in the right? That's so messed up. Oh man, I don't think she's a dude. She's a very female, strong girl. Spin the globe, Jose. All right, let me do the squeaky. I'm gonna have to say we because the microphone doesn't pick up only the sound. But headphones warning in 3, 2, 1. Wee! There you go. I hope you guys heard that. Shout out to
Yeah, I
Daniel.
heard the squeak. Yeah, I heard the squeak.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Only works when you're talking.
Oh, I know the one in the left is a did. The little one. I know the little one is a did. Oh man, look at the size of that one. I saw an episode earlier of the show Naked and Afraid, and it was in Alaska, man. These people were dropped in Alaska naked.
No.
They had a pot, they had a fire maker, and they had 2 pieces of like a rug, animal. How do you call like if they peel an animal thing? They were
Skin.
A skin. Yeah, they like
Yeah,
a big piece.
yeah.
2 big pieces of animal skin. They were mandatory because of the weather. So they did the show when it was a 24-hour sun. So there was no nighttime. They were confused on the time, but they realized, and those that are supposed to be nighttime, the breeze, it went down to like 15, 20 degrees, like the breeze. And then during the day, it was like 30 to 35 degrees Fahrenheit. They were naked, bro, doing 14 days they did. It wasn't the regular 21 days they do in the show, but they gave it 2 legends, like people that have done many challenges before in different places, and they threw them in there, a couple, a dude and a girl, and they did it, man. 14 days, bro. Fucking A. It was rough, man. They suffered a lot.
Do that for a game of soldiers.
Fuck, man. Naked. I wouldn't last an hour, man, in a cold weather like that.
You get frostbite in the trossachs.
Yeah, that's right.
You mean the Trossachs?
Yeah, they roughed it out. They did it, man.
Same
They
place.
did it, 14 days.
The rollers.
Yeah, I'm tired.
That's all right. My teeth are fitting properly.
And I have read, I have heard, I have seen making of this show, Naked and Afraid, because I say how much is real what they show versus how much is fake, and still the segments that they show in the show, it's real. They are there. They are in the snow. They are in the cold water. They are struggling. I don't know if that's like I mean the majority what they show is real. Now, do they struggle to get food and water and dehydration and all that shit? Maybe not, because I know they got a crew and they got medics and people around them all the time, but still the segments that they show, that they put in the show together, they still throw a couple naked in there. They still gotta get in the water when it's fucking cold, they still hurt themselves and give good cuts to sometimes, they get hurt in their feet and their arms and all that shit. They get sick. So yeah, it's a 50-50 real what they see, but still that was a tough one. See them couple naked in the cold, bro. Fuck
yeah, I've watched bits of them and thought, who in their right mind would do that in the first place?
Yeah,
it's just I don't get it myself.
The finish?
Yeah, but most of these aren't. They're not Finnish.
I mean,
But they do it. They do it not for the show. They do it because they like it.
Yeah. What I explained this Naked and Afraid is like wrestling. So yeah, wrestling is fake. Oh, this person don't hate the other one. This person didn't hit this one with a bat in behind their head. This person didn't, whatever, burn their car on fire and blew it up. And they don't have this rivalry. All this is fake, and the movements are so silly. But when they smack in the chest with the open palm and they leave the bare palm prints, when they throw each other from the third rope and they jump into the tables, yeah, they know what they're doing. They do it 1,000 times. Is it fake? Fucking A, no, they hurt themselves. I think the most painful thing in wrestling is when they smack with the open palm in the chest and in the back, and you can see the marks in their skin because that shit burns,
Yeah, but it's all carefully rehearsed, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's all probably yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all
definitely
performance.
in these shows, Naked and Afraid, probably all rehearsed 100%.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, but they still do that. They still do the thing,
Oh yeah. I know that, they're going to get hurt, but every move is carefully rehearsed. You only have to watch it for 30 seconds to see. Yeah, they've rehearsed that. They know exactly what they're moving on to, what the next move is going to be, and there's a lot of when they get thrown down. There's a lot of slapping the floor with their hands to make it sound worse than it actually is, and
I saw one show. There was a survival show, and it wasn't alone. It was the island or the land or something like that. And they throw a big group. And in one of these shows, they were going to the shore to go from point A to point B along the shore, but the tide was too high and the waves were smacking really hard. So they were trying to go above, like through the rocks, kind of climbing. And one of the dudes fell bad, bro. Like he fell from like maybe 20 or 30 feet high. He did. He fell hard, but he didn't break. He didn't break his back. He didn't kill. He didn't die. He didn't do anything. But they showed the replay in few places, and it was fucking scary to see this shit. Because maybe it wasn't rehearsed to make it look dangerous, but that motherfucker fell and he got hurt bad. I love that thing in those shows. When the real shit happens.
Is that the Bear Grylls one? The island?
This one with the Bear Grylls, on the island. Yeah, there's like
I love
2 or
that.
3 seasons, but in one of the seasons, one guy fell bad.
Yeah, there's one episode I watched where they were kind of living on a beach and they were trying to go out and to gather food, but they had to pass through this field of these prickly plants, and they were like, "Fuck, these prickly plants are a nuisance, man! What the fuck?" And they used to hate them, and they ended up starving, and they were like starving trying to get food. It turns out the prickly plants were pineapples.
Oh, but
you're joking.
Shit.
There was something they showed over here a few years back, and they'd got this group of people together, and they were trying to recreate what it would be like for like cavemen or Stone Age man. And they took them out to a nature reserve out in one of the Eastern European countries. I can't remember which one it was, but basically they're in isolation. They're in like 200-300 acres of nature reserve, far away from civilization, and they got like, I don't know, 24 people or something. And even as they just get started, where they said, right, okay, everybody strip, because you're going to be given furs and things. There's no modern clothing, no modern equipment, no modern tools. And even then, I think one of the women faked fainting or something and said she was ill, and she basically said, "That's it, I'm not doing it." And for the first few days, this lot just went so hungry because they just, they could not survive. Because, of course, they had to feed themselves, they had to make shelters, all sorts of things. And it was like, well, there you go. See if you can survive as Stone Age man. Off you go. And it was the look on their faces that said, right, come on in, strip. You ain't going in with that clothing on. I don't know quite what they've been told to make them volunteer for it in the first place, but I think it came as a shock to them.
But we don't have the physique of Stone Age man.
No, I know we don't. We're lightweights compared to them. That, and of course, Stone Age man, as children, they would have grown up watching what the adults were doing. They would have learned all these techniques. They would have learned how to feed themselves. They'd learn how to forage and how to hunt, and what things they could eat and what things they couldn't. Because you learn that through watching, watching what the grown-ups do, and they had none of that.
Probably been a grown-up by the age of 11. I don't know.
Well, exactly. If you live to your 30s, you're an old man, Yeah, that ain't the one I'm thinking of, Biggest. There was one, it was only within the last few years. To try and find it. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, they took them out to some big nature reserve that was absolutely huge, which meant they would be completely isolated from the modern world, except for, I think they might even have had their own cameras with them, so they didn't have camera crews traipsing around after them.
I'm falling and I can't get up. They did that in UK in the 70s. A kid in school was on it with his family until they had to quit because his little brother had a prolapse rectum.
Ooh,
What the
yeah.
hell?
Ooh, I found it. It was a program on Channel 4 called Surviving the Stone Age, and they were in Bulgaria. That looks like it. Maybe. Oh no, these are experts. It weren't that one, because the ones I watched, they definitely weren't experts. Prolapse rectum. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
But we is experts.
But who's looking after it? Top men.
Bush Tucker, Man Australia. Who's Bush Tucker? Bush Tucker.
But no, but he sounds Australian.
Bush Tucker man, he was Australian.
Bush Tucker, man.
Discovery or something. It was.
Don't tell me he's going to be eating weird shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
country.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah. Just
Oh, yeah,
like the others, really, like Ray Mears and all the rest of it. Just it was just the Australian bush.
I will stick with Ray Mears because, as the picture I put up shows, Ray Mears always seemed to enjoy himself and seemed to be in supreme comfort. And then Bear Grylls is like, you know, roughing it and eating all sorts of shit. Ray Mears was just like, well, no, why should I put myself out? Just because I'm in the middle of nowhere, don't mean to say I can't enjoy myself. He seemed to have a lot of fun doing what he was doing. And Bear Grylls always seemed to be in sort of abject, bloody whatever. Oh, I've got to eat this,
Yeah.
you know. And Ray Mears is like, oh, look what I can do. I'm going to make myself a canoe. Hey, let's go fishing. Woo.
Plus, Bear Grylls is known to have lived in hotels while he was filming.
Yes. And yeah, Ray Mears, no, he didn't need to do that because he knew how to look after himself and enjoy himself whilst he was doing it. If I was stuck on an island somewhere, I'd rather it was Ray Mears than Bear Grylls. Thank you very much. Oh, God. You want me to eat what? No, fuck off.
Yeah, Bush Tuckerman was great. Like, that's going back a few years. Like, but yeah, he was Major Leslie James Hiddens.
All right.
No, his show was fantastic. I used to watch that before I got into Ray Mears.
He seems to be along the same sort of lines as Ray Mears from the looks of it.
Fred, what you doing? You eating nasty stuff again? Don't be a Bear
Keep it
Grylls.
quiet now.
Well, you're making more noise than when you were talking.
Fred is the expert. He's the hot mic.
Can't even see the full name. It's like so long. I don't even know if he's muted or deaf or something.
Yeah, I think, Fred, you might need to cut it down again now that we've got past all that nonsense.
Yeah, a little bit. Can we change Fred's the nickname?
Yes. What do you want changed to?
Fred.
Just Fred.
Fred. It's done.
Oh, have you done it? Oh, good man. There you go. That's better.
I mean, if you're just calling him Fred, there's no point of calling him anything else, is there really?
No.
I mean, he wants to be the Magnificent, but is he the Magnificent? Are you, Fred?
So he's not just magnificent; he's the Magnificent. Is that what he's claiming?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
It's like A team. It's not only A team. It's the A team. It's like my neighbor, one of my female neighbor that I have in Puerto Rico. She wasn't Iris, her name, but in Spanish the pronunciation is Iris. Iris. And then she like didn't answer, and she was in the road walking, and we called it no, the Iris, the Iris. She was La Iris, La Iris, and then she like, what are you calling me? It was something in the that you had to pronounce it, not only Iris, but it was the Iris. And then she answered.
Well, of course, it's the A team, because there's lots of A teams, but only the A team.
Yeah.
Is that like the dude from The Big Lebowski, the Iris, the Iris?
The dude.
There you go. I fixed Fred's name.
The Fred.
Yeah, there you go.
He's not just Fred, he's the Fred.
The Fred.
So good, he deserves the definite article. The Fred.
Hope he liked it.
Well, find out if he ever comes back. Maybe he's now sulking. I don't know.
Yeah. So who is left? What happened with Flatsoid? I saw a few nights ago that there was a few notifications, and I looked at my phone, and I had two notifications, one from MC Tune and one from Flatsoid at the same time, like they were over each other, and I just realized that I got a super big PayPal hit by Farmer's Boy. Remember
I wonder
earlier
when you noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember earlier that was it Daniel who gave me $6.66. Farmer's Boy killed it with $66.06. Joe, Farmer's Boy.
Hey,
thank you. Did you get pay, or is this your current temp in the UK?
Because I thought, 666, and then I had a quick look, and at the time, it's probably a bit cooler now. It was actually 66 degrees Fahrenheit, and I thought, right, that'll do. That's close enough. All the 666.
Current temperature. Yeah, Farmers, thank you so much.
That's all right, mate. I just moved the decimal point one. That was all.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I saw this like, oh, I got a little something. Holy shit, that's a lot of money, man. I'm getting so close. Yeah, I'm getting really worried. I know by the 30th, the first, I can wait. I maybe like to the second or third. I needed, to complete for my electrical bill, and this put me almost right there, man. I'm like $30 short. So I know in the next few days when I do a show, 5 here, 10 there, I'll be able to make it. So, dude, this is a great relief, man. Thank you.
Well, you're here providing a service, so show my appreciation in the usual manner.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
That's all right, mate. No worries.
Big time. And on the side, we got Tusk. Wait, we got Tusk with a big 3 pounds super chat. Super chat still works. This sucks. Make it better. Hey, thank you very much, Tusk. Yeah, we gotta make it better. Appreciate it, man.
Well, where are the flurfs?
33 thumbs up. Nothing confirmed. Where did Brian Mabbott go?
He's probably, I think he was eating his dinner, so he's probably been doing the washing up, or he's under orders anyway,
I think he was in Gems. He was about 20 minutes ago anyway, before I came on. So one of the reasons why I came over here. He was anyway.
All right, now, Flatsoid and MC Tune. What happened there? Why was the streams going?
Flatsoid was doing a video saying that MC Tune had proved that sextants work on a flat Earth, and he'd challenged MC Tune to come in and debate him. So MC Tune, all up for that. And it turns out that he would only talk to him in voice chat if MZ Toon paid the $3 to become a Patreon. So he was basically saying, if you want to debate me, talk to me live in voice chat, you need to pay me.
What?
Yep, that's what he said.
Well, that's how do you say? What a hustler. Not done right. Hustling, not done right.
Yeah, that's it, Charlie. Yeah, so MC Toon was waiting for the link because you think, oh yeah, he wants me to come in and debate him. Yeah. He said, yeah. Waiting for the link, no link, and yeah, basically, as a lot of other these morons are saying, yes, I'll debate you, but you've got to pay me.
What the hell?
Did NC Tune actually subscribe to his Patreon?
No.
Okay.
Well,
That's a
should
lame
he?
excuse. What if he did? Would he let him in the sending the link or talk to him actually?
Well,
Or was that-
I presume he'd have had to. If he's saying, "Oh yes, I'll talk to you live in voice chat, but you've got to pay me." So if he'd paid him, he'd look even bloody sillier than he does now. If he then said, "Well, no, actually, no, I don't want to talk to you."
He couldn't make any excuse, and everybody on his clan will back him up. I mean, he still insists that he didn't delete any frames. I mean, and people still believe him.
The whole 11 frames has been backwards and forwards because when it was first realised he deleted 11 frames, he denied it. And then he later on put a video out saying, well, he'd had to delete the 11 frames because he was basically getting rid of the effects of refraction or some other such bullshit excuse. And now within the last week or two, he's saying, no, I didn't delete any frames, and here's why. And what he's actually done, I think, is he's re-edited his video. He's presented it again because there was apparently a copyright issue with some music. And the video he's put out now doesn't have as many frames missing as the first one he put out 2 years ago.
Jesus wept.
If you follow.
Yeah.
So his new one still has a few frames missing, but not as many as it did before.
Yeah.
And he's saying, look, there are no frames missing. Watch it. Look, it's exactly the same as Red's video, which, of course, it isn't. It never was, and it still isn't. But it seems to have a few more frames put back in. It's just baffling. It really is.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I think QE I think was it QE who said to Ruhif, yes, I'll debate you, but you've got to pay me $10,000. And Ruhif said, well, that's fine because my speaking fee is also $10,000. So if I'll put $10,000 in your account, if you put $10,000 in mine, because of course Ruhif can afford it. But of course, QE, there's no way QE is paying Ruhif $10,000.
And I bet he's claiming victory. He said, I offered Ruhif to debate me and he doesn't want to, so I win. Probably.
I don't know. This was a video that Ruhif put out the other day and basically said, fine, if you're charging me $10,000, I'll charge you $10,000. We'll pay each other and crack on. And I think at the end he says, well, come on, then now it's down to you, princess. Or something like that. It's... I mean, the sheer cheek. Because I think even Brian's logic is they're all doing it now. Oh yeah, I'll debate you, but you got to pay me. £5,000 or $10,000, or just like, fuck off.
Well, Gary Webenga is defending Flatsoid, saying he didn't challenge Toon to debate him. He just told him to listen to the show.
No.
Maybe Gary didn't listen to the whole thing and don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, we all don't know exactly what Flatzoid told McToon, do we? Maybe he said, come to my show, and didn't mean join me live.
No, but Flatsoy said he would talk to him in voice chat, but he'd have to become a Patreon first.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. It's only something like $3, but that's beside the point.
I wouldn't pay him a penny to debate him, let alone $3.
No,
I'll
'cause-
consider debating him if he pays me. I'll consider.
Exactly. You see, they think they should be paid to debate somebody, and if nobody's paying, then well, obviously everybody's chicken, and they don't want to debate them because they know they're going to lose, etc., etc., etc. You know how deluded they are. Yeah, we should be paid to listen to Flatsoid. Yeah, you're right, because.
So can I just promote myself around? I'll debate anybody, and when somebody challenges me, I say, "Yep, you just got to pay me $1,000 PayPal directly to my account, and then I'll debate you."
And
But you're
don't
undervaluing
forget,
yourself, Jose.
Huh?
Make it 10,000. You might as well make it 10.
I'll make
yeah,
it doable. I'll make it 1,000. It's doable.
and you need to be a PhD also.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yes.
minimum qualification of a PhD and $1,000.
Well, I can find a name tag and I say, "Hello, I'm a PhD." Will that count?
No.
Well, we got a super chat, a big super chat by Stefan Mud. It's 100 Nokias. 100 Nokias by Stefan Mud with no comment. Maybe you press the enter before you type the comment. Thank you so much for your support, man. The color is yellow. That must equal like maybe 15 or $20 on super chat on American dollars. Thank you so much, Stefan Mud. Appreciate that. Good times, man. It's a lot of money. Let me see. 100 Nokias to USD. Norwegian crowns is $10.17. See?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah. See? What the hell? Uh-oh, I lost 5 viewers with that. I better shut up. Got too excited with that.
Oh, gee.
And they weren't even sex. They were Nokias.
Not sex, yeah.
I know, right? What the hell?
What
What happened
currencies?
with the
What,
Nokias? Go ahead.
Sorry, Jose, go ahead.
What, did the Nokias disappear? The Nokia phones, they don't do it. Smartphones type and none of that shit.
What country is that from anyway, that currency? Where is that from?
Norwegian crowns.
It's Norwegian
Norwegian.
krona.
Oh, Corona. Okay.
No, Nokias are still around.
Yeah, still around. Yeah. Or here in this country anyway.
Wow. But as smartphones.
Yeah.
Right, nice.
Are they still making smartphones?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are, aren't they? But I'm damn sure they are. I mean, I've been using Sony for God knows how long, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Put doubt in my mind now.
No, I'll stick to Samsung. I used to be HTC, but now I'm Samsung.
No.
Yeah, they're still going. They're still making smartphones in 2022.
There you go.
Nice.
I haven't had a Nokia since a long time ago.
My
Before
first
they were
mobile
smartphones.
phone was a Nokia 6120. It had a pull-out aerial. You had to pull the aerial out, otherwise the reception was awful.
That's
and
right.
It was, it was one of those texts like you showing there on the chat there now. It was just like that. To press the buttons repeatedly to get each letter to do tests.
Wait. Blue, you there? Blue might be listening to that. Okay,
Well, I have to find the unmute button.
Hashtag gotta lie to Flurf. Want to tell us something funny about that?
Yeah, Bev came up with that one. He has decided that got a lot of flurf means that you have to lie to a flurf. If you talk to a flurf, you have to lie to him. That's what that means.
The fuck?
I laughed my ass off when I heard him say that.
That's
funny.
He seems to struggle with English a lot.
He does, yes.
It's hilarious.
That's funny.
Farmer's Boy, what you posted, that's not a mobile phone or sound up phone. That's a Fisher Price toy. Stop it.
No, that was my first ever mobile phone, a people's phone. It had a standby time of 16 hours, so it wouldn't even last all day if you didn't use it. And it had and the later version had a pull-out aerial, and it was shit.
How do you stick that in your pocket? I mean, half of it will be popping out.
Yeah, you have to have deep pockets to fit that bloody thing in.
Brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's a heavy duty one, man. And it wasn't even too old. It wasn't too antique either, you know.
It's made for English codes.
Then I had pretty much the very first one. Come on, of them.
Yay!
A Nokia 3310.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's a 30. Oh, so I thought it was 6120. Yeah, that's what I had.
No, that replaced everybody had a 32. And when I got fed up with the people's phone and cancelled the contract and thought, right, let's get a proper phone with a proper company. And this was through Vodafone. I got a Nokia 3310, and she said they've just come out this week. Oh, okay then. Buttons that you could press without touching 3 at once or whatever, you know.
That's right, yeah. But the batteries on them lasted forever. I mean,
No,
geez,
no,
you could have it on standby for days. Literally.
No, the big Nokia brick which I had after that was the 66 something, and the entire back of the phone was the battery, and its standby time was a fortnight if you didn't use it.
Maybe
It was a 6000 series. I can't remember which one it was. It's too long ago.
No, you're probably right. You're probably right.
But it was quite a size. But the entire back of the phone was the battery, and it would last forever. And these days now, if a smartphone goes all day, you're doing well.
See, we got slightly. I got. Sorry, I have to interrupt. I got slightly different readings now on the barometer thing. I'm not sure that you can see what changed. The humidity now is 70. That's one thing that changed.
Oh, that's shot up then.
Yeah.
Because you were just above 50, weren't you?
Yeah. Gotta find the previous image and I put them side by side and see comparison. It's not the best quality. It's getting darker. There's no sun. It's gonna pour. It's gonna start raining pretty soon.
Your temperature's dropped. The humidity's gone up, and your pressure looks about the same, I think.
30 degrees, or was that just under 90 degrees Fahrenheit? That's quite comfortable.
This one, yeah, just under 90 degrees, and this was earlier. I don't know if you saw it, like 105, almost
30 degrees Celsius. That's too bloody hot. Come on, what was we getting last week?
No, 30, well, no. I mean, you would get. I mean, here I was getting like 37, 38.
Oh, same as here. But 30's still too bloody hot. Thank you.
But it feels nice compared to the 100 that was earlier. Feels nice, and the fan now is doing its work, because earlier I got a little fan in my face, but it was blowing just hot air from the outside.
Yeah.
Now I feel the fresh a little bit.
But your humidity shot up nearly 20%.
Yes, humidity went up. This one look about the same, man.
Yeah, your barometer, your air pressure don't look like it's really changed that much.
No, you're pretty high pressure.
Yeah, but earlier, woo-wee. Yeah, this is nice. So yeah, a little under 90 degrees.
Yep.
And this one, yeah, is going up. I don't know if it's going to continue going up, or when it rains or whatever. I don't know. But this one, I got to monitor it to see if it changes or if it's just stuck in the now. I think it's not, because when I set it up the first time, I put it like in the second little square right here. I put it somewhere around here. This red one, so it moved just slightly. Now this one, the little gold, I don't think it has moved. Might be broken. But I like it. It's very lightweight. It's mechanic. Like the whole thing is just got nothing, no batteries, nothing. It's just the thing. Yeah, that's scary. What is that? You got the heat in the daily basis over there, 40 plus Celsius, farmers?
No.
This one is pretty hot, eh?
I mean, yeah, we were hitting 37, 38 for 2 or 3 days last week, and it damn near brought the country to a halt, and we was all melting. Yeah, it's too hot.
Yeah.
We're quite happy to have sort of, if we get mid to high 20s in Celsius, then yeah, that'll do us nicely. Thank you.
Yeah.
We don't want any hotter than that. It's good. We're just not used to it. We're not used to those high temperatures.
I don't mind the heat. I mean, like 30 degrees is fine as long as it's not too humid. If it's not humid, I don't mind it.
Yeah, but that's half the problem. We tend to get if it's hot, we tend to get humidity too.
I mean, it was humid this morning, but then it just dropped, and this afternoon was lovely. It was sitting at around about 25-ish, and it was nice. It was just a little bit cooler and no humidity. It was nice.
Nice. Chaik, how dare you still having your first cell phone? Chaik still have his first cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
He got emotional value.
Does he still use it though?
You still use it, Chaik, right?
Oh God, look at the state of that.
Does it still turn on? Does it still turn on?
I have
Like,
no
turn-
clue.
Try it, man.
I think the battery died. I bought a new one after this one.
I did see when I started, buying. Actually, my first cell phone that I bought was in 2005, bro. My first cell phone. So I was late into the game, 2005. I bought my first one, and then like almost every year after that, I started buying, a little bit upgraded. And my part of my routine was to just break it, destroy it, sit down with my older phone, just to copy, to do the contacts and type all the names on the contacts, and then just destroy it, just throw it down in the floor until it explodes in 1,000 pieces. So I don't have any of my older phones, like the old ones.
This from 2001 or 2002.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Now I still got my first Android phone, which I bought in, I don't know if it was like 2008 or 9 or something like that. No, it was later, probably. No, it was later. I don't remember when exactly, but one of the first Android phones that I bought, I still got in somewhere in a bucket over here. I When I moved to this place like 2 years ago, I plugged it to see if it turns on, to see what kind of pictures I got, what kind of things I got, and it didn't turn on. It was just dead.
Oh, right. I couldn't remember, but it turns out that the Nokia 3310 came out in 2000.
Woohoo!
So it was probably earlier in 2000 that I had that people's phone thing. I can't remember. It's too long ago. I can't remember. 22 bloody years ago.
I mean, you are old,
You're one to talk. What, you a few months behind me?
21. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, bollocks. But it was strange. Mobile phones started out big, then they just got smaller and smaller and smaller. And now they're going straight back the other way. Now they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now you're getting phablets.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I remember a time you watch a guy on the train, his phone ring, and he'd pull this tiny little thing out of his pocket, and it'd be click, clack, unfold this, unfold that, do this, do that, pull the aerial out, and think, oh, it's a phone, fuck me. Tiny little thing until he unfolded it all, Or one of the other little 6000 series Nokias, so when I put my thumb on the keypad, I could touch every key at once, That was a nightmare to use.
Where is Beeble? Earth is live. Did he move? He's getting ready to do his big move, right? Shout out to him, man. Good luck if he's listening or he get to listen to this later. Big luck to you, man, on your moving to your new location soon. I don't know when. I know he had a few streams this past few days. I was lurking in the background for a bit.
Oh, is he getting transferred?
Yeah, man. He going to the US now, to the big state.
Oh, he's going to the mainland.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's been in Hawaii for quite some time, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he was in Jams the other day. Yeah, talking to him. Nice guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Yeah, it's been over there for quite a while, I think.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 years now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, get all your roots down, and then the army says, "Right, off you go."
Yeah, I met Mrs. Beeble. I mean, via the stream. In one of the stream he got, she popped in and she sat down and talked to us for a bit. Very nice, very smart young lady. Covered like sleeves with tattoos. Looks nice. Looks really cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
she was hanging out in the chat box with us and making a few jokes. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Beeble. She said she was thinking a long time to do to put stuff in her YouTube channel, like maybe cooking, like Spanish recipes. She's got Puerto Rican blood in her, and she knows a lot of recipes. I love that, but she's hesitating because of Bebo's following. They find her, they're gonna start harassing her. That's for trolls and all that kind of shit. I say, fucking hell, just block them assholes. Block them all.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
it.
be right.
I'll say I'm subscribed, man. Whenever you decide to start putting recipes and doing cooking stuff, I'll watch it. I'll be there. I like the cooking stuff. I will troll her, but responsibly. That's good. All right. Rule number 22 in the Flat Earth Club: the Earth is not a planet.
Oh, those poor old dinosaurs are going to go for it. Oh, there they go.
What is rule 1 of a Flat Earth Club?
There
Never
is no
talk about
Flat
Flat Earth. Never talk about Flat Earth.
And that's the same with rule 2 to 22 as well, or 21 at least.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In the time-honored tradition of flat Earth, all of these rules are the same as their proofs. They're all the same as each other.
That's it. What's up? What's up with those lightning balls? Lightning ball. Those are cool, huh? Cool phenomena.
What was that?
Yeah, as long as you know we're near them when they hit the ground.
Lightning balls. BALLS.
Oh, yeah, I've heard something mentioned about. I know nothing about them.
Oh, ball lightning. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
Oh,
things hang on
lightning
that sort of
balls,
over
oh,
the
okay.
years.
Like
Oh, lightning ball. Sorry, ball lightning. Yeah, sorry, misunderstood what you're
ball.
saying.
Yeah, no ball.
Yeah.
That's why I spelled it BALL. Ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Balls.
It is an interesting phenomenon, though, isn't it?
Mm.
And I don't think this is the best representation. I've seen a few. But this one is cool, but it's crazy, huh?
Do they? I mean, that seems to be wet there, and I do remember seeing another one where it was wet. Do you think it's got something to do with humidity, or the fact that it's wet, or something, or something environmental that's happening that's causing that?
The cool thing is, I don't think anybody's actually been able to figure out what causes it. I mean, if you Google ball lightning, it will say that it's still an unexplained phenomenon. I don't think people have come up with various ideas and hypotheses, but I don't think anybody's actually figured out what the bloody hell it is and what's causing it. And because, it's quite rare, well, that doesn't help. I mean, obviously lightning, well, everybody's seen lightning.
Yeah.
But ball lightning, not so much.
It's rarely seen. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think 3 or 4 of those have been captured, like ever, on camera. Now, a lot of people, I heard a lot of people have seen it, but they haven't recorded.
That's it. It's like a lot of things, you see it, but, see something unexpected, you have a tendency to stand there and watch it, and then afterwards you think, could have took my phone out and filmed that.
Yeah. Does ball lightning prove the Earth is flat? Shout out to M Stone. Good one.
Well, I follow a lot of. Sorry, farmers.
Go on. No, go for it.
Yeah, I follow a lot of paranormal channels, and apparently ball lightning's evidence of ghosts.
Yeah, really?
I mean, lightning does do some strange things anyway, doesn't it? I mean, it really does do some odd things sometimes.
Well, half the time, lightning bolts aren't coming down, they're going up.
No, that's right. I mean, I remember I was about 12 or 13. I used to be a scout, a Boy Scout, as you call them in the States. And we went to this camp, and it was actually in a Middle Wallop. I don't know if you know where that is, farmers.
I know. I thought you was going to say Camp Chippewa.
No. no. And the first night we're there was a massive lightning storm. I mean, it was huge. And in the middle of this camp, amongst all the tents, we had this wooden flagpole. I suppose it was a pretty tall pole. I suppose a good 20 foot at least, fairly tall anyway. And it was just made of wood, and it had the metal bits to put in the flag up and what have you. Anyway, the pole, there was a mighty bang right next to us, and we knew it hit something, but everybody was just calling out, and we're all fine. Got up in the morning, and just one half of lengthways along the pole had vaporized, but it left half of it. That was bizarre. So strange, and it was almost like somebody just got a saw and cut it lengthways perfectly, except it was all charred. You know, it was really weird. Why it did that, don't know to this day. Nobody's been able to explain that to me.
Man, lightning's crazy. Like I seen a lightning strike. I was walking down the road with a friend of mine, and the lightning just literally struck on the opposite side of the road, hit the pavement, and the whole thing just like exploded.
Jeez.
Yeah, I had a close call experience in Puerto Rico. My own driving, we were through a bridge, and boom, bro, the biggest explosion, and like sparkles hitting the car, and then we look to the side, and top of the palm tree like falling very close, like I don't know, 50 feet away from us, like right like under the bridge, and it was a lightning storm, and a lightning just hit the top of the palm tree, but it was so close that it sounded just an explosion. We didn't see it coming, man. People freaking out, just walking outside like, holy shit, that was a big one, you know. My aunt pulled over, she was freaked out. My cousins were like, whoa, deaf, you know, for like a few minutes. Like, damn, that was loud.
Yeah, I had a friend that was unfortunate enough to be struck by lightning 3 times in his life.
Yeah.
Damn. I've heard that happening, to people.
What do you do? Put on a suit of armor made out of bronze, go and stand on top of a hill in the thunderstorm and shout, "All gods are bastards."
No, he was kind of like a rocker, metaler kind of guy, and he also used to wear this leather jacket with like a Mickey Mouse on the back of it. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
He might have been asking for it, yeah. Dear, oh dear.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
this
damn,
person,
that girl get hit. Yeah.
yeah, this person asked for it, man. Look at that. Boom.
Wow. I had one come down close to my car one evening going down the Soane bypass. Now, that come down in the field. That was, I don't know, 30, 40 feet away. Yeah, my car wobbled for a bit as I thought, fuck me. Yeah, I just come down in the middle of the field. Good job I didn't hit my car.
Does it sound like an explosion or what? That is loud, man.
I do remember kind of, we were all in a tent. We did all remember kind of feeling like, you know, when you get an electric charge near you, you feel your hairs on your body kind of standing up. It was that kind of feeling right just before it, and then just after. You know, it's odd feeling.
Yeah, we had it one night in Army Cadets, was out on some exercise. We were all keeping in bivvies, and hell of a thunderstorm, and the sky turned green. Never seen anything like it. Just lightning come down everywhere. It was pissing it down.
Was it the Martians?
Fortunately not, because we hadn't got any live rounds. We'd only got blanks. We wouldn't have got very far.
No.
But yeah, the whole sky went green. It was weird.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the next 10 or 15 minutes before we get out of here. Spherical geometry. Why do people, flat earthers, deny the existence of spherical geometry? I want to learn why. What is the big issue? Why do they say it's really not real? That's not real geometry.
What, because it debunks their flat Earth? Which is just like them denying everything else that debunks their flat Earth.
I mean, they've got to deny a sphere anyway, so therefore anything else that revolves around that, including geometry, doesn't exist.
But let me rephrase that. Not about the shape of the Earth, but just about spheres, balls, spherical stuff on Earth, spherical objects. If you want to do math on them, you need spherical geometry in order to work it. Or is there another way that we can do, math and equations around balls and spheres?
Geometry's geometry. I don't see how else you can do it, really. I don't know.
So geometry is the only way that you can, math the shit out of spheres, right? Any other way that you can do math on spheres?
I mean, flat earthers are obsessed with straight lines. Straight, everything's straight. Horizontal and straight. Triangles are straight. You can't have triangles with a curve. You can't, everything's straight. They're obsessed with it.
Exactly. Curved shapes don't exist. All blades and, egg shapes, footballs and semicircles and all that. None of that. The 3D objects doesn't exist.
No, that's a problem because sphere is not a 3D object.
So what?
It's not a 3D object. Talk about spherical geometry. It's 2D.
But if I want to do math in this thermal container that I'm using to have my drink inside, how am I going to do then? I'm holding a three-dimensional object. If I want to do math, I need some kind of something to measure it, right? And to do math on it. It's spherical. It's in the reality, in the real world. I'm not talking in paper and drawings. I'm talking in the reality, in the real world.
They are not concerned with its three-dimensional geometry. They are concerned with its two-dimensional geometry.
Jose, you're not using your eyeballs enough. You need to use our eyeballs.
Eyeballs
when
more.
when you use your eyeballs and you look at something, it looks flat. It looks two-dimensional.
I call bullshit. I think everything I see around me is three-dimensional, bro. I see depth and around. I can see a little bit around the edges when I just blink one eye and then the other. I see 3 dimensions.
Yeah, but I'm looking at my TV right now, and I see 4 sides from where I'm sitting, so it's flat. Don't ask me to move around. Don't ask me to move around and check it. Yeah.
I was gonna tell you to reach inside that big box where those little people are and grab one. Gotta use your natural eye, yeah. I use my natural eye in singular, because if I use my natural eyes, I can see the 3-dimensionality when I use parallax with my own eyes. Okay, makes sense. Natural eye, singular.
Natural eye. Plus, you don't have a P900.
Oh, I do, bro. I do.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, he has the Jaren.
I got one of the most famous P900s.
Yeah, he's got the Jaren.
Shout out to the Jaren. Which I haven't used lately. I gotta give it to that. But I want to use it. I want to go out. I want to use it. And when I'm walking around, every time I look around, I say like, what can I bring in my P900 to record? Sometimes I see the clouds moving in very fast. I said, it's actually not a bad idea to set up my P900 and just record the sky and see the clouds coming in and put it in the background of the show. So I actually think about that, but I don't do it. But if I did it, I think it would be cool, right? I guess something. I just want to use it, dust that off, The moon, I just don't catch the moon too much. It's kind of the same thing, even though it's cool. But the clouds look really cool sometimes, the way they're rolling in, the way they're illuminated and stuff like that. But I don't have too much of an open area because everywhere around me is big trees and palm trees, and I don't see a good clear view. In order to see just the sky and the clouds, I got to zoom in a little bit and get a smaller area. So I'm like, right now I'm looking at the sky. There's a like little puff of very bright cloud, and then covering it is a very gray cloud, just kind of in front of it. In the foreground right here is a gray cloud covering the one in the background, which is very bright, which it can look really cool. Zoomed in. I might see angels in between the clouds dancing.
Uh-huh.
Angels dancing in the clouds.
Oh, hello. My cloud cover is clearing up, so I'm getting clear skies. I might see the ISS later on.
Ah, fuck's sake, man.
And it's a -4.
Are you rubbing it in my face, man? And you guys are clearing up, and I'm getting a dark cloud coming in.
How far up was it in the guy? 45 degrees. Oh, I should be able to see that, because the problem I have here is obviously I'm in the middle of the village and surrounded by houses, and sometimes when it comes over, it's quite low in the sky to begin with, and you go out and you think, no, houses are in the way, those trees are in the way, so it has to be sort of quite high up to start with. But 45 degrees, yeah, I should be able to see that if this cloud carries on clearing up. Anyway, no guarantees.
Oh, there was something about a week ago, maybe more, that I saw an upload, and I want to play that. I'm sharing my screen, so click on my screen share because we're gonna see.
Okay.
Interesting, and it's perfect fit for today.
Cool.
Let me click on the NASA channel. It's related to NASA, and it was uploaded 3 days ago. Okay. Let me click over here. I'm gonna pause it. And the title, this is what caught my attention. The title of the video is Artemis, launching to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
That's a launch trailer. How about that? This is the most recent that they have uploaded in relation to the Artemis and the moon missions that you guys know I'm looking forward for, interested in. So we're going to take a little look at Artemis launching to the moon. This is a trailer, 56 seconds long. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff.
Copy, 1 Alpha. Swordfish downrange. Trajectory nominal.
That is. Come on, give me more. There's nothing there. It's a few more seconds. Damn it. So live, what do they mean on live? What is the That's it. Very anticlimactic to me.
Yeah, it was a bit, yeah.
Well, NASA published those videos and we need to clean up after them. Then they delay their launch and we need to somehow make excuses for NASA. Why didn't they launch it?
It's very anticlimactic, man. Is there anything better? No, I want to see something cooler, bro, now. From NASA, like something like oh, how about the 10 days ago we saw there's a new picture, right, of the space web, or is there something? Let's take a little look at what this
The Webb Space Telescope's new look at the cosmos. Technology used to fine-tune Webb improves the vision of millions on Earth, and a new climate study heads to the space station. A few of the stories to tell you about this week at NASA.
We got first. We got the first image right there. So I mean, one of those. No, the image here. CGI. I recognize that guy. This guy. Hold on, the older guy. You know what I seen this guy? I seen it before in the bad lip reading, interrogating Zuckerberg. I seen it. He said, "You don't sip in the water, I'm gonna spunk you." That's the only place I seen it, and this is the first time that I seen it outside that. Funny.
Well, apparently I was just having a look for the launch dates for Artemis, and they've got 3 launch windows, August the 29th and 2 on September the 2nd. So that's what they're aiming for at the moment.
So this looked like a real photograph.
Yes, I believe it is.
How was this photograph taken?
Well, Perseverance has several cameras and it can take photos of itself.
Of itself, all right.
So,
Now, this doesn't look like a real photograph. This is computer generated. Looks like.
Yes,
It does.
because there's nothing else there to take photos of Perseverance. So that's all CGI, showing you what it does. And, yeah.
And then there's gonna be a few images from photographs. Looks like. I mean, this is animation.
Oh yeah, there's still lots of photographs coming, and of course, its little helicopter is still working. That's flown no end of times.
This is the real deal. It doesn't say animation in the back.
Correct. That's a composite. That's obviously lots of photographs all stitched together.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess.
But of course, idiots will call that CGI because composites being just, photo stitched together is somehow fake. Don't know how, but
yeah.
I mean, even your phone will do that if you put it in the correct mode. I can take a 360-degree photo with my phone. It's still photo stitched together, but they're photos. There's nothing fake about them.
Okay, I think this is going to be better because this is a little longer. It's about Artemis 1. So we're going to watch this and then probably we're going to go final thoughts after this. So this one is Patient. It's 5 minutes long. We're going to watch the whole thing. Artemis 1, and it's called We Are Capable.
Sister of Apollo. We are returning.
Let me go back so we can begin. But we have a big super chat by M2M. 10 pounds. M2M. Thank you so much, man, for the support. He say, did you know that rockets in space were theorized as early as 1861 by William Leach, 42 years before the Wright brothers' first powered flight? Shout out to M2M. The more you know. Almost 100 years before the first space rockets and stuff. Very good stuff. Thank you, M2M. Appreciate the support. All right, we got this video. It's 5 minutes. Artemis, we are capable. Then do it. Fuck's sake. Here we go.
They're trying to.
Through Artemis, the twin sister of Apollo, we are returning to the moon. This is Orion, the only human-rated spacecraft in the world capable of deep space travel. And now, the Space Launch System, NASA's most powerful rocket since the Apollo era, stands ready. Having undergone and passed numerous tests, the time has come to complete the journey. With hardware originating from every state in the nation and from partners around the world, Artemis 1 will be the first flight test of each of these components now assembled together.
We are capable.
These 2 solid rocket boosters will provide more than 75% of the thrust necessary to leave Earth. Each booster stands 17 stories tall, a full segment more powerful than the SRBs of Shuttle. Together, these boosters are capable of 7.2 million pounds of thrust and will burn for the first 2 minutes of flight. The core stage, at 212 feet, is the tallest rocket stage NASA has ever built. With the rocket's flight computer secured inside, the core stage is designed to hold 2.3 million pounds of fuel. the 196,000 gallons of liquid oxygen and the 537,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen will combine to provide 8.5 minutes of propellant to the 4 massive RS-25 engines mounted below. As proven workhorses of the shuttle fleet, each RS-25 engine has a legacy all its own. Together, these 4 engines provide 2 million pounds of thrust, and with the SRBs, are capable of pushing Orion to a speed of 17,000 miles per hour. The interim cryogenic propulsion stage is a 45-foot tall upper stage that offers Orion nearly 25,000 pounds of thrust. Performing 2 separate burns, the ICPS will first raise Orion's orbit and then, later, propel it out on a trajectory to the moon. The ICPS is powered by a single RL-10 engine that will perform these 2 burns. This storied engine has propelled robotic missions to every planet in the solar system, including Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, the first space probes to reach interstellar space. Orion's service module, provided by the European Space Agency, is the powerhouse that fuels and propels Orion in space.
Just a quick break in between.
Catchy music, isn't it?
In case of copyright strike, even though it's already delayed. I already played like almost 3 minutes.
Shout out to us Europeans there. They are ESA doing the service stage. But yeah, it's catchy music. I'm quite enjoying it. Oh, Chris Berry. No human can sustain acceleration up to 17,000 miles an hour. That's a speed. That's not acceleration. You moron. Honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, glad they actually put the mentioned the Voyager 1 and 2 probes in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's quite clever that I think it's quite clever that it's using shuttle engines, you know, because they are a proven system. So it's like, well, hang on, we don't need to build anything. We don't need to come up with a new system. We've already got one. Let's use shuttle engines.
Shuttle engines, they use the same engines they used for the Voyagers. That's 40 years old technology.
Yeah, but
it's crazy. It's crazy, and they're apparently still transmitting data back to Earth.
And Jose's keeping the music going for us in the background. Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh dear.
It sounded legit, man.
Chris Berry, it doesn't matter about the speed that you're reaching, it's how you accelerate to get there. Do you really think they go from 0 to 17,000 miles an hour in like 10 seconds? No, you're moron.
Yeah, that's what I
say. Anyway.
Aye, let's get there.
It stores the spacecraft's propulsion, thermal control, electrical power, and critical life support systems, such as water, oxygen, and nitrogen. Orion's crew module is the pressurized segment of the spacecraft, where future crews will live and work on journeys to the moon. Capable of accommodating 4 crew members for up to 21 days, this capsule includes state-of-the-art avionics, innovative crew systems, and the largest heat shield of its kind for entry back into the Earth's atmosphere. Positioned at the top of Orion is the Launch Abort System, designed to pull the crew to safety in the event of an emergency, on the pad or during launch. 3 solid rocket motors can activate in milliseconds, accelerating from 0 to 500 miles per hour in 2 seconds to propel Orion and crew safely away from the rocket. Now fully assembled, Artemis 1 stands at 322 feet. Artemis is no longer a series of separate parts and programs. United together, this is the first of Artemis's arrows, capable of ushering in the next chapter of human lunar exploration. Only together, this mighty system represents all that is possible, all that we are capable of when united around a stunning vision, with each component playing its part in a grander effort. We, the people of NASA and our partners, we, the people of the Artemis generation all around this beautiful world will bear witness to what we are capable of.
We the people!
Together, we are going back to the moon.
Artemis.
That was catchy music.
Shout out to NASA. Thank you for letting us play this. I mean, like
Cool.
they're listening to me.
Yeah. They're sitting there going, "You're fine, Jose. Yeah, you're okay. Don't worry about it."
You're right, Jose. You're right.
Yeah. Can I just point out to the morons that astronauts on launch experience anywhere between 3 and 5G, and the shuttle was about 3G. That's less than an F1 driver experiences in a race. Just thought I'd say that. Some people seem to think that you've got to accelerate so fast to get up to these speeds that you just couldn't survive them. Well, no.
Good times, man.
Yeah, looking forward to the end of August. I'm kind of hoping because they had a test back in June and there were some leaks, and they're now sort of replacing seals, and they're hoping that they've fixed the leaks. And if everything goes fine, then the end of August, start to September, this thing's going to the moon. Obviously, with nobody on board, the first mission's unmanned. But we'll see.
I want to thank the United States Organization, United States Children Fund, the World Health Organization, World Economic Forum, International Monetary Fund, the World Banks, World Trade Organization, the United States Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. I want to thank the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Thank you to the Association of Southeast Nations, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, Asian Infrastructure Investment Banks. Also, thank you to the New Development Bank, Asian Development Bank, the Worldwide Fund of Nature. Thank you to the President of the United States. Thank you to the Queen of England. Thank you to my dad. Shout out to my mom, my brothers and sisters, and everybody else in between. Thank you, everybody, for watching the globe called the Daily Boom. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think, guys? We did good, right?
Yeah, I like that. That was good. Did you leave anyone out? I think you got everyone, didn't you?
I think I got everyone, yeah.
I like the way you included the Queen.
Yeah,
God
of
save the
course.
Queen.
Yeah. In no particular order, just in case, don't feel offended.
Yeah, but and obviously at the end, the most important ones, your mum and dad. Well played.
Of course, yeah. Mom, dad, brothers and sisters.
Nice.
Oh, man.
You did include Nelson Mandela in there, which is I find a little disturbing.
But I didn't include God either, Sorry. Couldn't include everybody. Oh, man. Let's get out of here. It was
the show?
Dude, you missed the show, Earth is Live, man. You missed the show.
Your timing is impeccable.
Oh, great. No, you know what? I missed the show because I actually did a debate this morning.
Did
I'm going to post it on my channel. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Not really a debate. It was kind of like a discussion.
All right.
So I'm going to post it here in about an hour or so when I get a chance.
Nice, man. Where did that take place?
It was on Zoom with anybody seen that guy that's been on Discord? Saint Pierre. Hold on.
George GSP, George Zampier. Oh, not that GSP, not that Zampier.
Yeah, George Saint Pierre. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Right.
Is that the guy that MC Toon had a debate with recently, or I don't know if it's MC Toon or Craig from FDFE?
I don't know, I've lost track.
Not that GSP. Shout out to Carlos, Mr. Gadget.
Hey, what's left of him?
Show me your nipples. That's weird.
Yeah.
They come from. Oh, not you, ma'am. Sorry, I'm talking to the people on the internet. Neighbor.
Did he? Did he?
The neighbor
Or
gave
did
me
he
the
just give you a
look.
he just give you the look?
He gave me like, what the fuck look?
What now? Again?
Oh man, that's good. That's perfect
I
time.
like it.
They already know that I'm one of those weirdos on the internet.
I'm sure all your neighbours have realised that by now. Yeah.
I talked to there was one neighbor earlier. I had to go and let him know something about the garbage collection or whatever. And he like looking at me. I said like, if anything, if you know anything or got any questions, because he's kind of newer over here. I said I'm right here in that house right there. And he said, oh, that's you. I said like, yeah. And then I said like, yeah, I'm always sitting like outside in the computer. He said, oh yeah, I always see you there, but I never seen you like standing up like talking to somebody in real life or whatever. I said, yeah, I'm a normal being, you know.
What's normal?
Yeah, if you want to call somebody just, accepting reality for what it is, normal, you know.
Somebody request to see meatballs?
Oh, Carlos is here.
Who was that?
Who was what?
That said, show me your meatballs.
Me. That was me.
Oh.
Sounded like somebody else, eh? Oh, he left. He didn't like that. He thought it was a female with a very deep voice. And then he left. He realized it was a dude.
Oh, dear.
What's going on around here?
I ain't got a clue, mate.
Let's get out of here. Let's get some final thoughts going. We're gonna leave Big Blue for the. Oh, actually, we're gonna go alphabetical order in ascending mode. Final thoughts. We are going to begin with Nestle wipes. I'm gonna give you a full 10 seconds so you can decide to speak or not. All right. Oh,
sorry, Jose. I was distracted. I was doing something else earlier. Yeah. Final thoughts. I actually enjoy these discussions where we have no flat earthers on. It kind of makes me realize that we have a pretty good community here, of globers, if you want to put it that way.
Back.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. And maybe not the most exciting, it's it could be beneficial maybe if I decide to include politics or religion and other stuff in the conversation. But like it could be interesting, but not to me. I want to avoid clashing heads with more people, because politics and religion, it actually does bring the worst out of people big time. Not much religion.
Definitely.
Actually, religion is more easygoing than politics. Politics is just horrible, just the topic. Everything revolving around it. But it's cool just to hang out and talk about random stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. It's nice,
Good
I'm
looking out,
ready.
man.
Yeah, I'm ready to go head to head with the soy boy. Ready to put my gloves on.
All right, calling out Chris Berry. Chris Berry, if you would like to join, Mr. Gadget, aka Carlos, is here. I'm going to continue doing the final thoughts, and if you join, we'll give you the final slot of the show to Carlos and Chris Berry. Chris Berry, do it now. Let me continue with my final thoughts for now. Sean Smith, final thoughts.
Hey, Jose. great show. I really appreciate all you do for the entertainment and putting this on. Setting up a platform for everybody to come in and have a discussion or just hang out. Um, I just want to say, if you have questions, it's not bad to ask questions. It's always bad to assume that you know the answer without any evidence. So, as always, the Earth is beautiful. And back to you, Jose.
Thank you very much, Sean Smith. Always appreciate it, brother. And yeah, ask questions is good, man. That's the way to go. I ask a lot of questions and I say I'm illiterate in a lot of these topics. And whatever you want to see it, I just not very knowledgeable. I know some things my own way, but I am not apt to convey this message to others. I'm just keep being me asking a lot of questions and not understanding anything, but it keep the conversation going. I'm not just gonna deny something because I don't understand it. I think that's a good way to see it. J Mac, final thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, Jose. You have what we call an open mind, not a mind. So we appreciate that. Thank you for the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. Chris Berry, second call. You can join and wrap up the show with a big boom with Carlos. Gary Way Venga, final thoughts. I couldn't say it better than you, man. I agree. Farmer's Boy, final thoughts.
Oh dear, yeah. Thank you, Jose. That's been fun tonight. I've enjoyed it. Yeah, it is nice sometimes when we don't have any flurf idiots coming in and just spouting shit all over the place. And well, I've already said thank you in the most important way possible. So yeah, thank you for providing us with this platform where we can just hang out and have some fun.
And I thank you very much, man, because you're always here. I can count on you. You know what? I know if I had a random something, a conversation about something, and I want to talk to somebody, I want to vent maybe or something, or maybe just do a show. I say like I need somebody that they can, just just be there. I know I can count on you, and you have proven that. And thank you for your support, bro. Big time.
Hey, as long as I'm not in bed asleep, yeah,
yeah,
I'm your man. No worries, mate.
Man. Thank you very much. Earth is live. He gonna upload a video soon. Tell us about it. Earth is live.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I had a discussion with George St. Pierre this morning, and it's going to be on my channel shortly. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I'll go back and listen to the rest of your show, Jose.
Yeah, man, it was a fun one. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing the past few days live streams. I was lurking in the background most of the time as my phone just listening to something as the weather was going crazy. So thank you for doing your thing and good luck in your upcoming moving, man. Big move. So hopefully everything goes well. Discord user. Final thoughts. Aw, thank you, man. That was nice. Appreciate that, Discord user. Komar, final thoughts. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Chaik.
I need the derp, man. I really need it. There's no other place for me to hear derp, and no flat earthers come here. That's really disappointing, I must tell you. Nice show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I agree with you. I do crave for some derp. It have been some days we got ups and downs as for participants, as for diversity. Today, I don't consider it a down. It was just a mellow show. No derp was included in the show, but we do need it. And a few days ago, we had a very very diverse one. We had like 3 or 4 flat earthers here. It was fun, man. Looking forward for more of those so we can start yelling at each other a little bit and getting a little bit of dumpster fires and shit shows. Those are always good to watch and listen to. And Blue Marble Science, final thoughts.
Well, Jose, thanks for the show today. I thought it was quite relaxing, actually. But really what I wanted to say was a special thanks to all of the flat earthers for the entertainment they provided last week. Beginning with John Perspective Curvature, or whatever he calls himself, showing up completely empty-handed at McToon's house and doing the best imitation of the village idiot that has misplaced himself that I've ever seen. But just when you thought it couldn't get any better, they sent Bev in to I Can Science That to do a 2.5-hour face plant on Friday night. So thanks, guys. We really enjoy you. And that's about it. See you, Jose.
See you later, Blue. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And also thank you for creating content and having your live shows every once in a while. I always lurk in the background and listen to those too. So thank you. No flurfs got harmed in the making of this show. Thank you very much. Nobody got harmed on this show or animals. Everybody stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Take it easy. Make sure that the bell notification icon is on for when we go live. You will be here. Check on the links on the description box. Click join, click support, click share, click like, clickety, clickety, click. Jose JG out. Boom.